presidential elections are coming up, which means all the politicians start showing up again to tell you about all the great things that they're going to do if they become president. You hear all their false lies, you see them get voted in, and very little changes. There's maybe one big thing that they do over the course of 4 or 8 years, and they expect us to be so supporting that we nominate another person. Who do you recommend? I want to run for president. I'm a normal person. I want transparency. The government should be able to be looked at by anyone in our country at any time. And by that, I mean elected officials, especially the president. I believe if you were going to take the biggest office in the country, voted on by the entire country, you should be live streamed at all times. If somebody wants to go look and see what you're doing and you're just eating lunch, they should be able to watch that. If you want to talk to them, there should be mandatory times set, whether it's once, twice, 3 times a week, where they sit down and talk to you for an hour, 2 hours, whatever, listen to your ideas, tell you their ideas, explain the reasoning why they're supporting the bill or why you oppose the bill, and debate it. Our country was founded on freedom, individual liberties. The spirit of debate was there. People did not know how it was going to work. So, opposing ideas very frequently would be seen in the political sphere talking to each other. They weren't shooting, they weren't fighting, they weren't protesting with chemical attacks. They'd stand around and debate their ideas and explain, this is why I think it should be this way. The other person would respond, you're wrong, this is why it should be this way. And it got a little loud, but that's it. It's words. Where did that go? Anything the politicians pass right now into a voting system seems to be 100% backed by one group and 100% blocked by the other. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's going to benefit everything or not. It doesn't matter. Who proposed this? Democrats? Reject. Who proposed this? Republicans? Reject. It's a little out of control. The second thing I would want to do, outside of the transparency thing, is get back into giving the internet to the people. Not so much where we were told before that if we gave all these big companies money from the federal government to build the infrastructure for it, that it would ensure that everybody got it, and then never got what we were told we were going to get as a country for it. I'm wanting to give individuals access to the internet. No matter where you live in the country, you should have access to it. Even if it has to be a slower connection through a satellite, you should be able to get access to the internet. And it should not be controlled by a monopoly of corporations in your area. I understand, per the law, there's not really a monopoly there, but the way they work together, they have formed a monopoly. You can have whatever company happens to represent your area. And some companies represent, or some areas do get multiple companies, but it's rare. Most of the time, if you go talk to people anywhere in our country, there's one choice. And they take something that costs them pennies a day and charge you upwards of $100 a month for unreliable service, and now they're putting data caps on it. Like it's a finite resource that they don't have funding to rebuild and expand on. No, everybody should have access to it. Our school system are teaching kids how to search the internet. They are teaching them how to access information on the internet, how to brand themselves on the internet, how to get a job on the internet, how to basically connect to the world. The internet is a tool, and the fact that it's such a basic tool at this point and we are charging individuals for it, that's got to stop. That's going to be something that I'm going to push extremely hard. The last thing that I'm going to talk about to keep this short is debt for students and middle-aged Americans right now. It's not hard to see how much of a problem it is. It is affecting everything, even birth rates, marriage rates, divorce rates, the economy, housing, education, job qualifications. We need to work on this. And there's quite a few ways that I have to suggest that we can approach it. But to keep this brief, my name is James Strickland, and I am running as the transparent president. I am offering to be completely live streamed at all times as president outside of classified meetings or whatever secret things need to be done. But you should be able to see what your president is doing. He works for you. Never get that confused. And I'm ready to work for you.